Welcome everyone to another episode of doing challenges in the weekly ESL tournament. $400 on the line, ton of pro gamers signed up. Now typically I do a challenge such as battle cruisers only or battle cruiser builds every game, Thor builds every game, but today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do a challenge without telling you guys, and I want you guys to guess it. At the end of the video I will reveal it. Before that I would like for you guys to guess it in the comments, see if you're right. Let's begin. Alright, the first game is going to be on Royal Blood, and I forgot to say in the intro, but we actually have an insane bracket. Normally, it starts a little bit slower. We're going to be playing against Cats, a pretty high Grandmaster, and Zerg in the first round. Second round is going to be against Astrea, Grand Finalist of Home Story Cup in the last edition. So the bracket is definitely not looking easy, but I'm going to be doing my best. Now, obviously, I'm going to be trying to hide my challenge as well as I can while trying to win the games as well, so it's also going to be pretty difficult. I do wonder how easy or hard this is going to be. If you guys like this, I could totally do it another time as well with a different challenge. Maybe you guys could give me some suggestions, but I'm afraid people will realize instantly the next time we do it. Now, I do feel like switching my color. For some reason, I've been kind of vibing with default. I'm going to go with default for today. Here we go. Nice and bright green. Now, I'm going to start with a CC first. That's going to be my first builder. I'm going to do a build from one of my other YouTube videos, in fact. I think, if you guys remember, this is already a while ago. Time went by pretty fast, but at some point, I got 25k subs. Now I have a few more, but at some point, I reached 25k subs, and I made Clem and the Laser Play show match, where Clem was forced to do Terran School builds from my YouTube channel. And that build he actually really liked. It's a build that he kept doing, and I'm going to be doing it as well. Perhaps with some slight modification, who knows? I'm not gonna say anything. I do hope I remember how to do the build properly. Ah, there we go. Dude, I played Cats a couple times in challenges, especially on my stream. And I was always saying he really likes to do proxy hatches, but he never did it. So I started thinking, wait, maybe he just stopped proxy hatching. Maybe it's not his vibe anymore. But there we go. He wanted to proxy hatch me. But because I played CC first, I actually got the command center down before he could build a hatch on my natural. That is great. If he was going for an economic proxy hatch, I might have just done the hardest possible counter against his build by going CC first. That would be fantastic. I'm going to go for a second barrack. There's another drone showing up. Ooh, it is interesting. So he's going for... How many was that? I saw one more. I'm not sure if it's more than one, though. I know I saw a third one. Yeah, okay, there is a third one. Oh, there's actually even more. Wow, what is this? 6 drone harass? That is a... Dude, that is a very cool counter to a CC first. I want to tell you guys that much. That is very cool. Gonna bring this low HP homie back. Try to micro my best if I can. The red HP one's gonna go back here. I think we're both microing our hearts out. This one couldn't quite save that one. I have no idea what the score is at this point. I feel like I lost a few more workers than I killed, but that's all good. Gonna go for the reactor first. I do have to say, even though I really like this move, it's kind of hard for me to imagine this being efficient, pulling 6 drones away to harass me, but I definitely respect it. That is a very cool starting move, and that's also the most perfect way to start an episode, to be honest, because that is awesome. Start thinking of my own video? You should. Drone harass to Grandmaster, there you go. I mean, he is the kind of guy to do like those early game quirky builds. I would actually like to see that. That'd be pretty cool. Now, I started my reactor and my tech lab. I'm going to go for a factory now. The build I'm going to go for here is a 2-on-1. It's actually my personal favorite version of the 2-on-1, so normally, I don't like saying this because 2-on-1 is a pretty classic build. I've done it a lot. Realistically, it's not that good these days, so usually don't like doing 2-on-1 that much. But here, with the CC first, it means you have a little bit more economy. You can actually transition better just while having some pressure. I actually think it's a pretty decent build. I do actually wonder. I did lose a bunch of SCVs. I feel like I lost like 4 or something. I was kind of trying to do the perfect macro behind it. That kind of cost my micro a little bit, and now I'm left not even knowing what the situation of the game is. I feel like I could either be pretty far ahead or like a little bit behind. I don't think I can be too far behind, to be honest, playing CC first, but I think we can definitely be a little bit behind. Now, I think I need a few more Marines before I start the starport. You see, because I lost a bunch of SCVs and mining time as well, my build is a little bit ruined, so I need to adapt and see if I can actually, you know, make this build happen still. I have to cut a little bit more corners here and there, launch some mules. I might even have to cut SCVs at some point or cut Marines, I'm not quite sure. Now, this build is quite safe against all-ins. The most dangerous thing would be a Baneling all-in. Roaches, not usually very threatening against a 2-on-1 type build. It's not a free win by any means, but it's a little bit easier to hold than as if I was playing, like, let's say, a normal Hellion build, for example. Do want to make a third CC there pretty soon. Let's see. At this point, I have 12 Marines, one more wave, and it's going to be... Oh, no, actually, I'm missing one. Okay, I was going to say, I'm going to get 16 perfectly for my 2 medevacs, but it's actually going to be a little bit late. Didn't even pay attention to that Overlord flying in. I let him scout everything. Realistically, it's not very hard to scout a 2-on-1, though, because you can see the Marine count and all that, so it's all good. Now, I could go for a 3rd command center, or I could go for maybe like tanks or maybe a fast engineering bay. Also, a Widow Mine with a 3rd medevac could be a good option. I think I'm going to go for the 3rd CC. I want to do like a mass drop kind of game, right? Just drop the hell out of my opponent, right? That feels like a pretty cool idea. Somehow, I think because I was supply blocked, I'm not even sure. Maybe I cut SCVs. I ended up having exactly 60 Marines anyway, so that's pretty nice. But let's get a 3rd barracks. In this kind of game, ideally, you don't lose the medevacs, so I can actually keep up with the amount of barracks I have. What I want to do here is I want to go up to 5 barracks super fast and then just start dropping like crazy. But 1 starport might not be enough medevacs, especially if I keep after sending them out. So I'm going to try to keep these alive no matter what. Let's see, there's no base here. Probably has the 3rd base on the other side. I don't know how many queens are in the main, but I guess we're going to find out. I definitely should have at least a decent amount of queens. Let's see if I can kill some drones. That is not a lot of Zerglings, I have to say, guys. I'm getting kind of scared for him here. I hope for his sake he has more Zerglings than that. So it's a Link counterattack. Oh no, he sent Links to counter, but he didn't even have enough Links to defend at home. That is not a great decision, I have to say. He is going to hold it off. Wasn't the greatest ult ever, though. Lost a lot of workers, and yeah, frankly, that was quite inefficient. Now let's get another gas, get my barracks up over here. Let's see. I have a good amount of gas, actually. I feel like I can maybe even keep making medevacs. I do still have to make a bunch of add-ons. Let's see. I'm just going to put these in the medevacs as well. Oh, no, I do have to defend it. Okay, that would have been really greedy, of course. No upgrades yet. That is really nice to see. I was worried I would see 1-1 on those. Oh, he has Burrow. Okay. So he probably has a... Let me make an engineering base as well. I forgot about those. I do have to make turrets here. Well, actually, at this point, I might as well scan. Is this a good enough range? Oh, I actually did get ball. Like, I was really worried I wouldn't get the one on the 3rd base. Let's try to saturate that right now. Get an orbital here. And then... I'm not sure if he has Bailings already. I feel like the Bailings have been so late that... Maybe he's just trying to get off with, you know, mass links and then go into Mutalis later or something. I'm going to do another drop anyway because the drop was massively successful. And that is my pretty much my game plan for this game. Let's see. There is no Banelings being morphed there. I was kind of thinking we might see some Banelings. Let's get some turrets up. All right, let's get those here. And then I'm going to boost straight past into the main again. Probably going to see a lot of Zergling resistance this time, if I had to guess. Oh, there's a bunch of queens that I can drop on. He's trying to target the medevac, but I have so many marines here that I think these queens are just going to die. If he does not have Banelings here, he might actually be in trouble. I can go all the way back in his corner, and the surface area is going to be so good for us. There we go. I'm even using his queens to block his own Zerglings. Maybe I can boost these medevacs back to save them. There we go. That queen is going to fall. That queen is probably also gonna die, looks like. Let me saturate this and then I'll send my reinforcements to his actual third base. I never scouted it, but I do know that it's there. Let's see, I'm gonna go behind his mineral line for the perfect surface area, and I can even use the spawning pool actually for cover. Man, this is pretty gross. I'm not sure if I want to kill this yet. Okay, he's not going to come for the surround. I was going to say, if he came for the surround, I really wouldn't want to be attacked by Brootlings. Oh, ideally, I really need my medevacs for this one. This is very few Marines. I was expecting to have more Marines here. Let's see. Getting a decent... Actually, that was a way better trade than I ever thought I was going to get. I guess somehow my unit split. I'm not even sure what happened. How was that even... a decent trade? I thought I was going to get absolutely owned there, but somehow I killed that entire main base, and that's GG. With a heart. There we go. Very kind. He knows it's a fun game. I do really wonder what the situation was after the start. Let's see. Yeah, I would say I'm definitely pretty far ahead here, right? Like, his hatch is halfway. I think he was definitely trying to build a hatch here, and then as soon as he realized I had the CC, he pulled a few more drones. Cool build. Sadly, not very effective, but I do really respect your creativity. For now, let's go to game number 2. All right, game number 2 on Neo-Humanity. Kind of wondering how easy or difficult this challenge is to guess for you guys. Some of you very attentive ones might have already have guessed it. Others might have absolutely no idea. Now, this game, I have another cool build in mind. There we go. Good luck, have fun. Do really like a little bit of banter, a little bit of cool builds, by the way. I definitely enjoyed that first game against him. Let's hope this game is as epic. And it might be, because I am going to go for... Actually, I'm not sure if I ever made a video on this build, but I'm going to go for CC first and then go for some mech play. Now, I don't exactly know how I want to do it quite yet. I would love to do it a little bit drop heavy, kind of like in in honor of the mech drop series, right? The series we just started. I'm very, very excited for, by the way. Maybe in honor of that, we could do some very heavy mech drop play. That would be awesome. Definitely want to go for the CC first here, though. Now, one thing I'm actually scared of. I feel like CC first doesn't really have a lot of hard counters. Something that is pretty scary, though, is a 12 pool. And I'm not sure if Cats likes the 12 pool. I do like the 12 pool with my Zerg, however. And I feel like Cats does sometimes look a little bit like my Zerg when he's playing. So, not sure if CC first again is the best idea, but I guess we'll see. You know what the thing is, guys? At these points, playing the ESL Cups, they all know I'm doing challenges. So, it's not just you guys. The thing is, normally I tell you guys what challenge I'm doing. But normally my opponents are also trying to pick up, okay, what challenge is he doing? He's going to do that. Then I can counter it every game kind of thing, you know? Okay, there we go. Another drone harassing me. Could have been another, you know, proxy hatch attempt. Now here, this time I'm only going to make one gas. He might pull more workers again. Let's see. I mean, I hope for his sake he doesn't because it didn't look very strong. Though I would definitely think it's very cool. Especially because he kind of out-microed me last game as well. He might try to go for this SCV. I'm going to give it a sneaky repair. And if he tries to get it, I'll go for the bronze surround. I'm actually going to move it over a little bit. There you go. Make life a little bit easier. Let's see, is there any other extra drones on the way yet? Not yet. I'm going to go for the move, guys. If he does it... No, he's not going to. Okay. No, actually, wait. I told you guys I was only going to make one gas, but I autopiloted into doing the right thing, like I actually do need. Here we go. It's time. Who's going to win? Oh, if he had perfect micro, he could have killed that, actually. Hey, there we go. We won this battle. Very nice. Okay, I kind of thought I was going to lose it, to be fair. But yeah, I autopiloted into doing the build correctly. I did need 2 gas for this opening. I said I was only going to make 1, but that was obviously wrong. Now, I didn't scout at all, so if there's roaches on the way, we're probably going to be a little bit sad. But that's okay. It's a best of 3, remember, guys. Even if we lose this game, we have another chance to make it happen in game number 3. Now, I haven't seen anything suspicious yet besides the drone scout. I wonder, by the way, if that last game, if that was like... Maybe I'll ask him about this. If that was, like, studied. If that's something that he usually does against CC first. Or if it was just on the spot, like, you know what? I'm going to try to punish this with a million drone pool. Let's do that. Let's see. Nothing too suspicious here. Is there drones? There are a few drones. All right. That makes me feel a little bit more at ease. The fact that there's drones means it's probably not roaches. Now, what kind of build do I want to go for after this? I feel like I could... Like, the thing is, the Cyclone mech hasn't done me too well recently. When I lost in that $2,500 tournament as well, I also suffered from playing Cyclone mech. So maybe I want to play a little bit more my traditional mech with maybe like a Thor drop and then going for like high upgrades. Maybe even make like Ghost or something like that. And really try to get in there. Now, what kind of unit am I going to build? I think I want to make like a Liberator or something. I was thinking about making a Tech Lab. I think I prefer making a Liberator, though, over like a Banshee. Let's see if I can find that Zergling. I do need to know if he has a third base, by the way. At this moment, I actually know nothing. If we are getting a Lint... Oh, there's no creep. That's pretty scary. Can I actually get the tumor? Probably not, right? 2 queens? Nah. I think even... I mean, I misclicked, but even if I clicked properly, I think I wouldn't have killed. Okay. We are playing against a 2-base Zerg, apparently. Let's see. Also not here. Yeah, this is getting very scary, guys. I'm playing a very greedy build here. And I'm not quite sure if, you know, we're going to be able to defend like a Rochalin or something. Let's see what he had in the main base. There is a lair. That's what I expected. This kind of looks like 2-base Mutalisk. It could also be... maybe like Swarmost or like a 2-base Roach Nidus. I feel like the thing is what scares me. I feel like I will die to all of those things. I mean, I can't play mech. That's already off the table because playing mech, if you're getting all in, is always a bad idea. Trust me on that one, guys. It's not great. Okay, mech really sucks when you're being attacked early on. Okay, so let's just, yeah, I'll just go for a little bit of a bio transition. Maybe I can even run by these. Oh, I do have a cool idea. I can make Marauders, so in case it's a Nidus, I can just kill it with, yeah, like 2 Marauders, I guess should be enough with some SCVs. Can I scout it already? I mean, if this is a Nidus, we are probably in big trouble already. I kind of want to think it's a Mutas, it's just that Cass doesn't really seem like a Muta kind of guy for some reason. I know it's not really, you know, the best analysis ever, but I do feel like he's not really the Muta kind of guy. There's an engineering bay as well, and then a Lurker then, 2-base Lurker. Okay, well that is... probably okay, I want to say. I'm already getting the engineering base, so I can get turrets up. This Liberator is doing quite well for itself. Now, what are we going to do to defend against the Lurkers? I'm actually... Oh, this is a beautiful sneak up. Look at this. The drones are pulling away from the Liberator. We're going to get some juicy shots. Oh, that was actually nice. I didn't get the best shots ever, but it was pretty good. Now, I'm going to make a slight difference in my build here. Normally, I would just go for, you know, fast upgrades and maybe get all reactors, second factory later. But I think, wait, why am I running SCVs girls? But I think against what we're playing, it would be better to do it this way. I just need to survive more than anything else. So I'm going to be making Marauders and second factory tank instantly. I think that's the best way to deal with what we're going to face. Oh, actually, something that Zerg players can do on this map that's scary is they can take the base in the middle and get the rich gas, and then they can hit super hard with any kind of lurker timing. Now here, I'm mostly scared of being annihilated at the front by lurkers, to be fair. I don't really have enough gases yet to afford all this. Let's see, I'm going to make an extra bunker. Maybe I'll get some turrets up already here as well. Need to be really careful that I don't get nidist, of course. Like, I feel like a nidist would just be the end of things. Do I have a second? Oh, no, that's not a tech lab yet. All right. I was trying to make a second tank. I mean, first of all, I didn't have the gas, but I also didn't even have the tech lab on that. I'm going to make a turret here as well, and a turret here to kind of block it out. I'm kind of scared. I feel like I'm in like a zombie movie, not knowing when the zombies are going to arrive, you know? Like a 2-base lurker attack. These lurkers are freaking fast. Okay, so there's a... Oh, it's a double lurker drop. Seems like. I have a scan for this, which is really nice. I guess I'll just have to run these away. I mean, the fact that we cleaned this up already is super, super nice. Then, obviously, I'm just going to dodge that. You're going to siege over there, which means that is going to be cleaned up pretty easily. Those lurkers are going to die already. Actually, pretty good micro here as well. I don't think I lost anything so far to a bunch of lurkers, really. And then I can just go here. I mean, lurkers are actually very, very good units, but you need the hive upgrades for them to be really worthy. So here, they're just not quite doing what they have to do. And we are going to survive this attack pretty comfortably, which is awesome. And there, he actually can't really drop, I believe. I can even drop on top of the lurkers if he does drop, by the way. So there's nothing to worry about at all. Though I do need a scan. When am I going to get that? In a few years, apparently. That's slightly unfortunate, but I'm used to it, guys. Lurker used to be one of my most hated units when I was a pro. So I'm kind of used to lurker tilt, I guess you could call it. Not my favorite unit at all. But here we're going to be fine just because I was in a decent position. Maybe I can actually kill this. Oh, we got a scan finally. There we go. The Overlord goes down. Oh, there was actually a lurker inside and my tank killed it as he dropped it out. And now we're in a very weird situation without upgrades, with a lot of tanks, with more eco than my opponents. You have this... He didn't take that middle base, actually. What is going on if he didn't take that middle base? Now we're going to kill these two lurkers. Yeah, I feel like we're just absolutely dunking on this build right now. This is a pretty cool build, I have to say. This is also something that I could probably do as a challenge, like 2-base lurker challenge or something like that, you know. But for now, I do think it hasn't worked out quite as well as he had hoped. I'm going to go across the map, try to get a sensor tower for... Wait, are these mine? Yeah, I was thinking these are not mine. They look a little bit sus. I feel like these Marines looked a little bit sus. That's how I knew they were in mine. Just standing around doing nothing. That's not my jam. Now let's see what Mr. Katz is going on over here. I don't actually have a single scan. That's pretty scary. Oh, I can actually just kill that. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. The lurkers might actually just not be here, guys. If the lurkers are not here, I could just siege here and he would be in a massive amount of trouble. Okay, so we're going to be facing a counter attack. Let's see if there's anything I can do to stop these lurkers for now. These are going to have to go into the main. Let me try to kill that lurker before it gets any more. This lurker... Oh, no, I got tricked. I forgot that... Wait, he has him hold fire on accident. Oh my god, guys, he had hold fire lurkers. He hasn't taken it off. Look, the lurker's actually not shooting. None of them are shooting. Oh my god, this is funny. The lurkers are all on hold fire. Okay, he took them off hold fire now. Okay, that was a great moment. Now I'm going to kill that base. Then I'm going to move on to kill the next one. This unsieged tank is just destroying everything. This lurker is going to die to the rallies. The lurker on my third base is still alive, however. But it doesn't seem like he has anything. This might be a hidden base situation, but no, there we go. And we take the 2-0 against Cats. Cool builders by him. Ah, he took this base. Okay, so he did have a third one. I really thought he was going to take the rich gas base here. Double gas mining for one guy, but that was set. 1700 minerals in the bank for him. Could have been a lot cooler if he had like all that in Zerg. He's really curious how I would have fared against Massling Lurker. So what he did is he burrowed his lurker somewhere in the middle. You can put hold fire on the lurker so they don't shoot. You wait until the Terran army is on top of you. And then you activate the lurkers and they destroy everything. Didn't work out because I took the outside route, but it was a cool series. Now we beat Cats. Estrella is up next. Let's do it. All right, here we go. Playing against Estrella on Ancient Sister. This is the best North American player, guys. This is going to be an incredibly difficult match. Even when I was a pro, I think I went about 50-50 with Estrella, maybe a little bit more on my peak, but these days he got even better, you know, and I obviously got a little bit worse after my retirement, so this is going to be a very difficult one. Now, even if I don't remember exactly what strategy, or I don't know exactly what strategies he plays now, I do remember what parts about his gameplay I didn't like going up against, and it's usually the late game. I feel like his late game is pretty good. It's pretty annoying as well. He's one of those Protoss players that just refuses to attack you and just sends like 40 zealots in this base and 40 zealots in that base. So I don't think I want to let this get to the late game. I want to finish a little bit faster. This map is probably the best map out of the three for him, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do here. I have one strategy in mind that I really want to do this best of 3. Realistically, I can't do it here though. I wanted to go for a fast 3 racks and then do non-stop drops instead of letting it go to the late game. Just do non-stop drops and try to overwhelm him. The thing that sucks is that this map, it feels a little bit too big for me to do a 3 racks on. I think going 3 racks on this map seems like suicide. So maybe I'll just try another build that I invented after the most recent patch, which is a 2 Raven 3 racks build where you just hit a really strong timing. And I think even that I could probably transition into doing that mass drop style instead of going to the late game. So that part I'm not 100% sure about, but I guess we're gonna see, and I'm gonna pray. I really want to go super hard on this, so I'll probably go for an initial timing, and then if everything is still okay, I can go for a fast 5 racks and try to hit a follow-up timing before there's too many tech units on the field, like Colossi, Disruptors, for example. Those are units I don't really want to go up against. Now, Colossi can be okay in small numbers, but Disruptors, when there's too many, that's probably just going to make me a little bit sad, and that's not what I want in this video. So let's try to avoid going up against 20 Disruptors. Not exactly my jam, you could say. Let me get that mule before making the depot. It's a little bit more efficient, of course. No, I don't think he's going to do anything too weird in game 1. He has been known to do crazy stuff, for sure. The last time I played him in an offline tournament, he went for a proxy gate, even a 5-gate blink all-in, so crazy stuff is going to happen. For some reason, I feel like he's going to play pretty standard for the first game, at least. Maybe after this game, he's going to switch it up, but we'll see. He also went for a super early scout, which means he's probably more likely checking for what challenge I'm doing than trying to play you know, a particularly cheesy build or anything like that. Now, I do want to make a bunker at the front. Let's see. So he has a Twilight Council. That's actually not what I expected. I was kind of thinking it would be a Stargate for the first game, but that's all right. I should be able to escape with this, I think. Let's see if I micro perfectly. Oh, I thought he was going to let that finish. Okay, I almost were killed by that adept on top, but so far, so good. Now, should I go for the Raven strategy? Dude, normally I'm not that inspired for TVP, but suddenly a lot of builds are coming to me. Like, I'm even considering going for a late 3 Hellion drop, because no one does that from, like, a non-reactor factory is the best way I can put it. So I'm gonna make 1 Widowmine. Should I go for a Widowmine drop, or is that... I'm not really vibing with it, to be fair. You know what's so funny? I do so many challenges, I was almost thinking, oh wait, I need to cancel these Marines because I'm only allowed to make 5. Watch this grenade. Yes! Oh yeah, let's go! Man, I'm actually the greatest. Okay. Actually, I mean, I should be humble, right? Especially because we're probably gonna get humbled this game because our opponent is really good. Let me be proud of myself, guys. That was cool. Okay, let's just say it. That was very cool. Does he have a 3rd base? No 3rd yet.
Not enough.
4-gate blink is definitely the scariest build I go up against. I feel like Astrea usually prefers macro games more than going for 4-gate blink, though. Ideally, we just keep scouting and then we'll see, but definitely possible that something crazy is gonna happen. So I'm gonna take a fast 3rd gas because I want to make a double Raven instead of just a single Raven. He's still nothing particularly special. Oh, he's making a battery and 4 gases. All right, so our opponent's most likely going for some kind of, yeah, not sure if you can call it fast, but relatively fast Colossus play with RoboBay. That also means we're not gonna get 4-gate blink. We can still get harassed, of course, but 4-gate blink is probably off the table for now. We have a nice wall off as well. And I think, wait, is he gonna... Oh no, that it lives. Wait, maybe, can I find it with the Reaper, maybe? It might even already have healed, but I feel like I might be able to find it with the Reaper. Let's see. Where are you, Adept? I think he would go here if he's trying to escape. Oh man, that's actually rough that the Adept got away. I thought it was gonna die to that bunker fire. Now let's see if there's something I can get done here. No, there's too many Stalkers. There's the RoboBay as well. Can recognize you from the shape, and here we go with the 2nd Raven. The Observer should almost be at my base, so I'm kind of tempted to just keep the Raven at home for now. Then maybe I should go around and see if he has a 3rd base down yet. I'm gonna go for a 3rd command center, and then I'll go for the 5 racks that I talked about. Colossus, I told you guys I wanted to go for like a 3-Rex push. Colossi are very, very good. No exaggeration. Very, very, very good against pushes early on. So that is not a great idea. I also haven't seen the Observer yet, which kind of annoys me a little bit. Let's see if there's anything here. He does have Blink, so I need to be very careful. Let's see. Can I get past? Oh, nice. Okay, barely. See if I can get any hits on. Then these are going to switch over. Maybe I'll make more tanks, actually, because he's going for so many Blink Stalkers. There you go. And then you can hide for the rest of your life over there. I don't think it was going to kill anything because we are playing against a really good Protoss, so I didn't really check. And then this one... Actually, maybe I should keep this one at home. I still want to find the Observer, you know? I don't want to be spotted for the rest of the game. That always really annoyed me, I remember, as a pro. Just an Observer spying you from afar the entire game, catching your drops and this and that is horrible. It's not a jam. Now, I still haven't seen one, though. Where is the Observer? I feel like he might be putting it in a sneaky location, or it's just a little bit further away. Like, I was thinking maybe it could be like here, for example. Let's see. No Observer yet. Now, I do have to keep in mind, my strategy here is relatively all-in. He's very high-tech. I'm going to have more units. So the plan here is to get a really fat drop-in, push with tanks on the other side, and just finish it with that one attack. Like, once again, guys, we are not trying to go to the late game here against a Disruptor King like Estrella, okay? That is not my intent whatsoever. Now, I kind of want to sneak this Raven over a little bit, but he might have Stalkers here. There we go, let's drop an annoying turret. And now my Ravens are in a pretty good position. Now, I could save Raven energy for interference matrices. Let's see. Also, no Observer there. Man, I really wish I knew where the Observer was. He must have one. It's just, where is it, right? Oh, we're being attacked. Ah, crap. This is very unfortunate. This is also not a very... This is a very... I was going to say not a very common attack. This is a crazy attack, even. I'm actually going to try and YOLO save this, I think. I don't even have Stim. Okay, that was perfect. It looked like I was going to lose more units there. That actually ended up being pretty perfect for us. Now let's drop some more auto turrets, I suppose. There you go. Maybe I can target some workers with that. Maybe you can go over here. Oh, he does have a battery in this base, though. I don't really want to get batteried. But it's kind of far away, actually. Maybe it's a decent idea here. Check this out. Okay, gonna do a decent amount of damage. This Medevac is alive. Maybe I can escape with it. He's probably not paying attention to the Raven right now. He's still there. Is still waiting there. I mean, if I get enough Marauders, then I can actually start fighting his army. I do want to make a move soon. I really don't want to let this go to the late game or anything like that. Let's see. Okay, now he left. A good idea, probably, because my army feels pretty massive. Okay, so he's no longer here. Then... Please start mining instead of hugging the medevac. It's a little bit annoying. Okay, now I'm going to go for the drop. And then, as soon as this drop is getting close to his base, I'm going to try to attack him at the front and try to win with mud move. I'm also going to stop making SCVs. Here we go. I'll put these on siege. I think those might have actually just been Stalkers. Kind of looked like his army was there, but it might actually just been Stalkers. Estrella is a player who likes to maximize the value of his units, not just sit at home. Which is a really good way to play Protoss, of course. Let's see. Gonna drop an auto turret here. There we go. Target some more workers. And these are almost arriving in his base. And then we're gonna try go for it. I feel like he might be standing in front of my base somewhere because I'm playing with siege tanks. Siege tanks are not that good if someone is just waiting for you. Okay, let's drop a million auto turrets. That's the plan. Actually, a good amount of auto turrets. Those auto turrets are kind of fragging right now. Look at that. Okay, so he's standing there. Oh, that is annoying. I don't want to fight up a ramp against that. So now my drop is hitting in the main. This drop is going massive. Let's see. No recall, actually, kind of surprising me. Really thought we were going to see a recall there. Where is his Colossi? His Colossi are over there. I'm going to try to sneak into... Well, in between his bases, I guess you could say. There we go. Maybe these can stay alive as well. That'd be perfect. And he can't really attack in this because of the tank count. The tank count is absolutely massive. And I'm going to try... Oh, wait. He does have a Storm Prism. That's terrifying. Maybe I can actually sneak by. That would be ideal. Okay, he did see me. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Maybe I'll just go all the way to the third, actually. I'll go in between here, see if there's something I can do. I feel like ideally I would have some Vikings on the way. Okay, I'm going to actually F2 here. Let's see if I can get all these guys over. I was rallying in my main for too long. Like his army, I think it might have gotten a little bit too strong already at this point. Let's try to kill this. Oh, wow, that Disruptor barely finishes. That's messed up. Okay, he did miss the fire, though, so that's good. Let's see how many... He doesn't have that many units there, you know? It's actually not that crazy. And maybe I can go in here. Looks pretty scary. He does have Templars in the prism. Oh, I think he misclicked, guys. I think he misclicked the army forward. Now the rest of my army is coming to surround. He does still have a battery overcharge, I think. Let's kill that prism. Not quite gonna get it, I believe. This army on top is still alive. Let me go back to the siege tanks. Dude, I have My units are so low HP. I have way more supply than him, I think. I'm gonna make a few extra gases here. Okay, I still have a good amount of tanks. I could probably have used a few more barracks as well. Didn't realize I would be able to afford that. And let's see, another tank coming up. That's really nice. I got a couple of Vikings now as well. Maybe I should start some Liberators, actually. That could be a good idea. Let's see. I'm just going to target that battery instantly, I think. I know he probably wants to go for a battery overcharge. I'm not going to allow that. Yo, the position on my units is really, really good here. He's going to lose all the Zealots. The Colossus on the right side still alive, but this one is going to fall. I think I probably killed the Prism by now. Prism is going to fall as well. And there we go. We have taken game number 1 in convincing fashion against the best North American player. I'm not going to lie, guys. I surprised myself already by winning just game. Like, this was pretty crazy. Very happy with this one. Let's go to game number 2. All right, here we go. Game number 2 against Estrella on Royal Blood. This map is a little bit shorter and does a little bit better for the strategy I initially wanted to do. Now, that game, my strategy looked pretty strong. Though, it can be a bit predictable if I play a similar style multiple times. So, for example, if I go for the 3 ranks into that style, like I said. Well, that game I played more tanks because he was going fast Colossus, but it was a very aggressive style. Got my production extra fast. If he goes for, 66 probes and cut nothing more, maybe even just 60, makes Colossus and Mass Zealot, no Templars or anything, I think we would just be in a little trouble. So, hopefully, my different early game build order is going to disguise the fact that I'm going to play very similar. So this game, I really want to go for a 3 rank, so I'm going to go for a 3 ranks attack. And then I'm going to follow with something of the same. Now, the problem with 3 ranks is that you can't really go for Ravens. The Ravens were very useful there for me in that first game. Did so much damage, distracted him forever, and allowed us to get into a good position, right? So, I mean, the thing is, it's a best of 3. You always have to be smart in best of 3s. And what I think is that if my opponent counters this strategy in this game, I can just go back to doing the Raven build again in the next game. That Raven build that I just did, I didn't even execute it perfectly. That has been my favorite build since the last patch. The 2 Raven, 3 racks, it just feels really nice. The utility is great. I could have used the Ravens to interference Matrix the Colossus, but because he was so aggressive and he was standing in front of my base, I just dropped a bunch of auto turrets, killed a few Stalkers even, because I dropped 3 auto turrets at once and he was targeting my Raven. Very useful overall. Now, I'm going to go for a Marine first. Scariest part of my build order here is that I'm not going to scout. When I do 3 racks, I don't actually like to scout because the entire point of a 3 racks is that you hit a timing as hard and fast as possible. If you wait with a 3 racks, it just becomes a bad build, basically. So I'm even going to skip the scout just so I can hit that little bit harder. Now, I got my Marine. Let's see if I can scare away the Pro. Oh, I'm even going to kill the Pro. We didn't expect the Marine to come out. That's very nice. Command Center is going to go down. And then I'm going to quickly scout around my base to see if I find any proxy gates. Actually, a very nice catch, by the way, to kill that probe. Because now I don't have to worry about a probe coming back and scouting. I can actually calmly scout around my base a little bit. And I don't have to worry about a probe. Well, if he sends another probe, then it'll be pretty nice for me anyway, right? So that's fine. Now, one thing that does scare me a little bit on this map, going for a 3 racks, is that this map has no ramp on the natural, so if you chrono boost a Stalker across, we ran into this problem before in an ESL Cup when we played against MaxPax, one of the other top Protoss players in the world, and we just kind of got owned by an Adept and a Stalker coming across. That is not a pleasant scenario, I can tell you guys that much. So here's the 3 racks. Let's see if I can find a gateway over here, and if there's not there, I'm just going to relax and... I don't know if I should make a bunker. I'm thinking about it, guys. Should I make a bunker or not? It's pretty scary. All right, let's see. I have enough money. I guess I could technically skip like the second gas, or maybe I could skip like the eBay or get my factory a bit later, something like this. Seems like it'd be okay. It's in a depth, perfect. Okay, that's the standard opening, and I'm very happy to see that we are actually not playing as a Stalker. Oh, I think I made a slight mistake here with the SCV rally. This is pretty advanced, but if you I actually never got this confirmed by Protoss players. But I had a theory, because sometimes really good Protoss players, they shade in the natural to see how many SCVs there are. And since with 3 racks you only have 1 gas, you can see if it's a 3 racks by how many SCVs are in the natural, because there will be 3 more. So ideally what you do is this, you put 19 out of 16 on the main, which is like, you still mine extra, it's just a little bit less efficient. So they can't scout that you're doing a 3 racks just by counting the SCVs. I think, judging by the fact that he didn't go into the mineral line, he might not... Okay, it's a very fast Phoenix anyway, that's fine. I was gonna say, he might not want to scout it anyway, because he wasn't checking the mineral line. But this is a fast Phoenix, fast Sentry. So he's going to scout it anyway. That is a very good build against 3 racks. Problem with 3 racks is, if you know it's coming, it's not that difficult to hold. So that's the kind of problem I'm struggling with now. I would have to guess it is probably not a Stargate. I mean, if you go for Stargate and you hallucinate Phoenix, then you're just then you were just an absolute legend. You know, that's a very cool build. But I kind of have to imagine, for the sake of efficiency, it's probably Robo or Twilight. So I also think it's probably not DT, so I don't have to get the eBay early. That's actually nice. Normally, you have to get the eBay at like 4 minutes to make a turret. If you don't have to, or if you're just being greedy for whatever reason, then you can make the factory and the gas instead, and you can just skip the turrets. Maybe you could save a scan if you're like worried, but it should be all right anyway. There we go. Probably, wait, should I make the eBay even after my third CC? I'm trying to get this build to be the best build possible. Right, here we go. I'm just going to move across with this entire army. Obviously, I won't be coming back for this one adept over here. I'll probably just rally my units on it and it should be fine. Oh, actually, couldn't quite get the surround. Oh, actually, I did get the surround. I didn't even know how that happened, but nice, I guess. I mean, we take those. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 in this gas, 2 in this gas, and then it's... Well, I kind of need to see what he's doing. If it's a Robo, I still have to go for tanks once again. If it's a Twilight... Oh, let's see. Does he have a bunch of... Oh, he has the battery overcharge really far forward. Gonna kill... Oh, I'm actually targeting the sentries pretty fast. That's really not bad. Wait, I'm actually going to do something crazy. Guys, I'm just going to go through here. Oh, man, that battery healed so much. When is it going to stop healing? Yeah, he went for the Robo first. That is the biggest counter to the 3-racks, and now we are going to be in trouble. That battery ran way longer than I expected, not going to lie. Like, you could tell me that was not a smart move going through. I really thought that battery was going to run out. Like, I think the battery overcharged like the strongest ability in the game, and I still underestimated it. So, yeah, now we're obviously going to be in pretty big trouble, but even if Robo is the hardest counter to the 3-racks possible, it does allow me to go for drops a little bit more freely because there's no blink out, right? That is the plan. So I'm just going to rally across the map. Wait, does he have an observer? I haven't been looking for one, actually. I kind of think he might not have an observer just because he had a fast immortal. He actually hit 2 immortals even for my attack. How does he even have 2 immortals? That Robo must have been super fast. He definitely went Robo before scouting. I was going 3-racks, I would have to guess. Let's see, is there an observer around anywhere? Just doing my observer scanning trick. Don't see it, though. I always feel like it's a bit harder to scout observers when I'm doing commentary because it just... I feel like that part of my brain that sees observer sounds really dumb, but oh, there it is. But I actually kind of feel that way. The part of my brain that's responsible for seeing observers... Oh, wait. I can actually save the medevac boost. I don't want that one marine. Okay, there. We kind of wasted his force fields. But we might be able to get a decent trader. He's out of force field. He doesn't have charge. I'm going to pull the SCVs. This actually looked like a pretty nice trade. Let's see. There might be a few too many zealots, though. Yo, we lose the immortal. Shouldn't have lost that. That's a big mistake. I still need to see manage to break him, though. Wait, he does have a 3rd base behind this, right? This would be very weird if there's no 3rd base behind this. Let's see. Tying the zealots into infinity. That's nice. More zealots falling. Force field kind of wasted. I mean, I'm microing my heart out. I'm just not sure it's going to be enough. The one immortal is so terrifying. Gonna get the sentry as well. Maybe you can actually target him. The prism is not near. You might lose that immortal. There we go. Immortal goes down. Okay, the micro has been fantastic somehow. I really thought we were gonna die. Well, okay, never mind. We are still gonna die. But at least we held better than I thought we would. Yeah, this doesn't look like something I can stop, to be fair. But I think we really made a good hold happen. Let's see. I just need to split the units here a little bit. I'm gonna get these. Okay, the prism is gonna go down. That is massive. Then I can target the marauders on top of the colossus. Let me split the SCVs so he doesn't necessarily target the SCVs with the colossus. There we go. That is also going down. Let's move these SCVs back a little bit. I still don't know how many workers he has. I have to think. He probably has a saturated 3rd base, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm just going to pretend that we still have a chance. Let me drop a bunch of meals here. There we go. The army is going to fall eventually. Oh, there's another Colossus out, though. Let's do some magic splits. There we go. Okay, the splits are pretty nuts. Let's be honest. These splits are very good. All right. Wow, the micro is pretty great. Dude, I am so proud of this hold. I know we are still dead, but this was crazy, though. I'm actually very, very proud of myself. You know, the hardest build order win possible against 3-racks did happen. Doesn't really matter for me, though. Normally, if I get crushed, I kind of feel bad. Here, I honestly don't feel so bad holding it like this. Now, let's try to escape with these. I think there's still no blink out. Come here, please. Let's try to lift this off. I am getting more and more medevacs out, which... Okay, he has way too many gateways, though, yeah. I think he definitely has 66 probes or something. Like, this game is 100% over, but, you know, I really wanted to give my all. There we go. GG, well played. Let's see what he has. 64, almost correct. Okay, well, it is what it is. Like I said, 3-racks, when you scout it, you get countered pretty hard. I think even if I didn't lose those units, I would have been in a mass amount of trouble. Obviously, less trouble than I was now. Series is 1-1. He countered my 3-racks. Let's go back to making Ravens. Game number 3 against Australia on Dragon Scales. The Raven build was successful. The 3-racks was counted pretty hard. I think based on the way he's playing so far, especially because he keeps scouting really early, both with the Probe and the Phoenix. Even the Adept in game one, seems like he wants to get consistent scouting. I think not going for a build that you would rather not be scouted with is a smart idea, right? So I think I'm going to go for a similar build as in game one. Now, I'm going to go for a Reaper, so if I see something that might want me to change my build, such as a Stargate, for example. Maybe I'll like to go for Cyclone Viking and Stargate, then we'll do that. But I do think just going for a Scout-heavy builder, both SCV Scout and Reaper, and then if I have a chance, go into my favorite build of doing that double Raven. I think that sounds like a pretty good plan. Now, he has been scouting me really early every time. I was also considering doing a proxy, because I do have some pretty good proxies against Protoss, but he keeps probe scouting me, and I feel like usually what I notice in the mindset of players, and also what I notice from people playing against me, is that people, after they lose, especially when they lose pretty hard, like in that last game, they might be more tempted to cheese. So if I was him, I would kind of be expecting a cheese here. Now, it is possible that he's reading into the challenge and is just thinking, I don't know, I'm doing a macro game only challenge or whatever, right? I mean, have you guys figured it out yet? But yeah, we can't really know what he's thinking right now. He hasn't probe scouted us yet anyway, so actually, that could mean that he's cheesing himself as well. Even if the probe comes in now, that could totally mean there's a proxy gate. So I'm going to scout his base. I was even considering for a second there going for a high ground command center, but I think that's just a little bit too much. I feel like high ground CC would put me slightly too far behind if he were to play normal. Or maybe, excuse me, maybe not too far behind, but more like, you know, he's a really good player and I want to, you know, cut every corner I can get and definitely not spend time building a high ground CC when I don't have to. So I'm just going to build it here. If it's a proxy gate, I'm sure we'll figure it out. Let's see. Because the Nexus seems to be normal timing. Pylon is a bit later than normal. That's definitely not suspicious enough for me to get all crazy about, though. Let's see if I can scout his tech. I'm going to go for the SCV scouting technique here. Oh, his gateway is pretty close. I'm not sure if I'll be able to make that happen, but I'm going to try. I'm going to make the factory. Okay, so he saw me already. Actually, there's one thing you can do. Okay, he's counting me already. You can actually patrol your SCV here to force him to make the tech over here, and then it's easier to scout. That's actually not a bad idea. Let's try to get the bunker over here and see if the tech is there yet. Okay, so we are going to be playing as the Twilight Council. And maybe I can... Actually, the SCV is still alive, which is nice. This is what I mean with the SCV scouting technique, by the way. You can keep the SCV here and then move the Reaper on the front, and he has to choose what he wants to attack. So in this case, the SCV is actually still alive. Wait, maybe I can even escape. No, that's probably way too ambitious. I'm going to try, though. Like, no, leave me alone, dude. That would have been, like, the best escape ever if I actually got away with that. But anyway, we are playing against the Twilight Council. I'm tempted. Okay, I'm going to do something a little bit crazy, okay? I'm going to go for Hellions. And I know I was going to try to do the same build, but I feel like this is a thing he would never expect. And he didn't go for a Sentry, so he's not going to have a super fast Hallucination Scout. This could be either absolutely tragic for us, or it could be amazing. So let's find out which one it is, I guess. Now, this Hellion, I could also use it to scout right away, but I already know that it's the Twilight Council. Mind games are obviously possible, so he could be switching it up, and he could have canceled the Twilight to make a Stargate, for example. I do think it is most likely just the Twilight, though. I don't think he's going to be too crazy with it. I'm getting my extra gas already. Let's get these guys in the gas, and then my triple Hellion drop is going to arrive at a very weird timing. He's going to hopefully catch him off guard, and that's the plan. Try to get a depot here. There you see Twilight still up. Doesn't look super suspicious. Yeah, I'm mostly scared about 4-gate Blink. Because 4-gate Blink, I mentioned it so many times. 4-gate Blink is just an absolute slayer of a build, you know? Like, if you're just not 100% prepared, you just die to it very easily. So it's a very terrifying build to go up against. I could technically make a blind bunker. That probably already falls into the category of, you know, being too overreactive or too over-defensive, though. Now, you please boost. And then we're going to arrive at a very awkward timing, very late into the main base. And that's the whole point of this build. No one would expect a freaking Hellion drop to arrive this late, especially not after not any Hellions showing up or anything at all, right? So let's get everything rallied here. If I get... Okay, he's keeping to try... I don't even... He's trying to shade the Adept in over and over. I was trying to find a way how to say that sentence. Now, here we go. I want to rally everything here so I can counter the Observer. That's basically the plan. I hope he's out on the map already. If he's doing a 4-gate Blink, this could actually be a decent time to go in with the medevac as well. Oh, I did accidentally unhotkey my command centers. Need to be very careful with that. Ooh, so he does have a pylon here. That's annoying. Wow, okay. We have been blind countered absolutely brutally. And I am not quite sure. I feel like either he saw it or it was a mistake by him, because this is way past the time of a Widowmine drop, for example. Now, I don't really want to accuse someone this good of making a mistake, but it's definitely possible that a mistake on his side made that a little bit worse for me. That's unfortunate. Now, luckily, actually, I love this build, by the way. It's working. Like, I know it hasn't done any damage that you guys are like, what are you talking about? You haven't done anything. Oh my god, okay, he has... Well, actually, this is gonna survive. That's nice. He has... Wait, what? I didn't even... Did I see an observer with this? I don't even think I saw an observer. How is there no airspace to hide here, guys? This is actually disgusting. Wow, okay, yeah, we are getting mapped. Guys, I should really play this game more so this stuff doesn't happen, huh? I think I'm gonna scan his natural. Yeah, he's playing this. He's playing the same stuff. I have no idea how he saw that. I guess I must have flown over his adept or something, because a Raven obviously detects an observer. I legitimately have no, you know, nothing. I don't know why he saw that. Let's get the third command center here. Now we're going to be playing from massively behind. Sadly, as Terran, you do always want to do damage, and I haven't done damage, so that is going to put us in a pretty terrible position. But at least I still have a Raven. I am actually very surprised that you can't hide her, by the way. I'm not sure if my eyes are just bad. Well, my eyes are actually pretty bad, but I really felt like there was going to be a hiding spot there, so that's very unfortunate. Okay, let's get a barracks down here. Okay, so there's a pylon being built here, which means he might not have an observer on his side of the map. If you build a pylon there, I kind of you do it for vision, right? So does he actually not have an observer there? That seems kind of crazy. That's the first spot you would put an observer, in fact. Let's see. Where's the observer here? No observer to see in my base. I have to imagine there's at least one near my base. It might even be here on the path the Raven used to fly. If an observer's on that side, he would have shot down this medevac already done. So there's... Okay, he took... Actually, I didn't expect him to have that base. I thought he was going to have the other third base. That is interesting. Now, how can we win this game playing from massively behind? That's the question. You can tell he also made some upgrades compared to the first game, where the first game he kind of got owned by these drops going around into his base, right? And now he has pylons to actually spot for the drops later on. For exactly drops like I'm doing now. Try to unhook all these things and take my third base. Here we go. Need one more SCV here for perfect saturation. Now at this point I probably want to stop making SCVs already, because I'm going for yeah, pretty much the same strategy as I did in the first game, right? So let's siege this up. He does have blink, obviously, as we knew. Maybe I can kind of catch these with just a few of my units. I wonder if these can go into the natural and actually do some meaningful damage. That'd be really nice. Where should I hide these, though? I have an idea. This might not be the worst idea ever. Oh my god, yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be honest. He is just 100% countering our build from the first game. He's spamming zealots. He's not even mining from the gases there, I believe. And we're not going to be able to win this game. I'll just say it already, guys. I'm sorry. I don't want it to be anticlimactic, but we have just been absolutely brutally blind countered this game. He's making mass zealots already. I think my best chance might actually be to sit at home and do nothing for a good... Maybe until I'm maxed. That could be a decent idea. I could even make some liberators. I should make Vikings instead. Now, I wanted to show you the idea I had for my attack on the left side, right? I was thinking I could move in the Raven, and when he's distracted, I can move in the drops afterwards. That is the idea. Not quite sure if it's going to work out, but I want to give it a shot. Now, let's actually make sure I'm not the one being attacked in this moment. I'm not making any SCVs at all, so my army is going to be pretty massive. Oh, is it? Okay. That is, yeah, I mean, that's just a good move. Double Forge. Good scouting, though, by me, I have to say. Now, is there anything else I can... this is the thing. I don't really mind the Raven being fed back that much in itself, because the other turrets weren't going to do damage, but I wanted the distraction for my big drop. That is the big problem here. Let's see. Maybe I can just fly over this to kind of distract him. Do we see an army in the middle? We do see an army over here. It's a pretty massive army at that. And then maybe now is the timer. Oh, I don't have concussor cells. It's actually pretty nice that I attacked this thing there, so I could tell that I didn't have concussor cells. He's starting to build disruptors already, which is quite annoying. He went for a recall. Okay, that means his army's in the main, so he did see that. Now there's a prism in my base. This is pretty much checkmate, so now we just have to go for the kill. There's no more transitioning from the game by now. This would even be the case if I wasn't all-in. That's just kind of how it works. If there's a prism in your main, you have to go for it or you're just screwed. That's basically how it works. Here we go. Let's siege these up. He definitely has disruptors, I think. At least I think he has at least one. At least I saw one. Here we go. Let's try to kill these. He might be moving up here now to deal with this, and then I can use that to move a little bit closer. There we go. Wait, maybe I can actually kill this with really good micro. That was a little bit too ambitious, right? Yeah, I figured it would be. Oh, need to be very careful here. He actually did lose a Colossus already, so that's really nice. I lost the main base. Oh, that's actually even more zealous than I thought it would be. Here we go. We're going to be able to kill this army. Let's kill this battery real fast. He has one more disruptor. I just need to dodge that one disruptor. My tanks are doing okay. They're not quite doing good enough, I'm afraid, though. Let's kill this disruptor really fast. Let's snipe that. And then, yeah, we still have been counted. And like I said, 120 supply only. I think this was a really good attempt, but we were just blind countered too hard. Like, he was spamming zealots, making me not be able to attack. He countered a drop early on. I'm still not sure how he saw that, but he did. Wasn't able to get any harassment done, and that's it. And that is kind of the problems I always had with TVP. If the Protoss knows your build, you're kind of screwed. And here, I mean, the Hellion drop should have surprised him. I don't know why it didn't. It should have. But when that was over, I think we were already starting to fall a little bit behind. Maybe if he wasn't ready for the tank attack, we couldn't have done it. But anyway, I wonder if you guys could have guessed my challenge. I think a lot of you probably did at this point. The challenge was indeed, you guessed it, or you didn't. No upgrades. We were not allowed to make any infantry upgrades or mech upgrades. Didn't make a single +1 from the eBay or the armory now. We did actually play mech. I was planning to play mech. No, against Cats, I was going to play mech. But then he did some weird 2-base lurker build, and I decided to play bio. But anyway, no upgrades was the challenge. Hope you guys guessed it. Hope you guys had fun playing. Obviously, feel free to give suggestions. And if you enjoyed this, like the video, subscribe to the channel. And to see you all for the next one. Adios.